guys, welcome to the Goals Accelerator workshop. 6 steps to the best body of your life, great health, great performance. Nail down these 6 steps and you will be so much closer to your goal than ever before. I mean, so many people fail because they miss 1, 2, or even all of these steps. All right, so we're going to start with this. You can find all of this on leagueofelite.com in the resources section. All right, let's begin. Step number 1, what do you truly want with regards to your physique? Because we're going to focus on physique. You can apply this to anything, whether it's relationships, business, family, but let's stick with the physique. Let's stick with your health and your physical performance. All right, so what do you want to look like? So many people come to me and they show me a picture of what they think is the desired look. This is the final outcome. If I look like this, my life is good, right? And I'll look at that and say, you know what, that actually matches up. That person's natural. They don't take steroids. They don't take performance enhancing drugs. And that person actually has the frame that you're looking for. I think that's totally doable. But when you take that picture and you show it to your coach can give you an accurate assessment of whether or not you can achieve it. All right. That's the first step. The first step is being crystal clear on what you want. It's not good enough to say, hey, listen, I want to lose 20 pounds and we'll see what we look like after 20 pounds. No, show a picture, right? What do you really want out of your life? What do you really want to look like? How do you really want to feel? So you show the picture to your coach and your coach is going to say, you know what? That actually is not possible, but let me show you a picture of what's possible based on your frame. You know, I know who you are. I know what you're like. I think you can go all the way. This body right here is more indicative of what you can achieve, right? And then you take a look at that picture, you get excited about it and say, you know what, I could do this, all right? And then you keep that picture, you know, take the head off the picture. You don't need to look at some other dude's face, all right? And say, okay, I'm gonna keep this readily available. So whenever I feel down and, you know, I need some motivation of what I could look like, here's the photo. You pop it up and okay, this is doable. This is doable. So step number 1 is be crystal clear on what you want. And don't sell yourself short. Anything's possible. And I'll tell you right now, working with me, anything's possible. All right. I know I can guide you. You just got to meet me halfway. That's step number 1. Step number 2, what's the purpose of achieving this look? All right. Unless you get crystal clear on the purpose of it, getting a body for the sake of having a good body isn't enough. All right. So what's it going to do to, let's say, your self-esteem? When you look at yourself in the mirror, you're going to feel more confident. When you put on clothes and you see this nice tapered fit and your shoulders look wider and you feel strong and invincible, how does that make you feel? All right. When you walk around and, you know, whether it's your wife, if you're married, she looks at you and says, man, I got the hottest husband around. I'm not willing to look at anybody else because I've got exactly what I want. There's a power in that. There's a confidence in that. Or if you're single and you want to attract somebody, when you present this confidence, both internally and externally, to your ideal mate, they're going to look at you and say, there's something about this person, as long as you're not cocky, but that quiet confidence goes a long, long way. All right. People at work are going to see you as different. They're going to see you as a disciplined person. The way you present yourself, the way you look goes a long way. People say looks don't matter, but it does. All right. Why are all the celebrities out there a certain look, especially the top celebrities? You look at Jason Statham, you look at, what's his name? The Rock. I mean, they've got a certain look that, I mean, there's some of the top movie guys out there. Hugh Jackman, Henry Cavill, they look good. All right. Even a guy like Brad Pitt with a smaller frame. I mean, he was the hottest thing in Hollywood for a long, long time. Guys wanted to be like him. Girls wanted him. All right. So there's a power in physical appearance that, I mean, there's a reason for it. You look that way, you're going to have a better chance in life with first impressions, confidence, all of that goes along with looking and feeling great. All right. So you got to get clear on what you want. What's the purpose of it? You maybe want to be a role model for your family or the people around you. All right. As a phys ed teacher, if I didn't look the part, kids didn't respect me. I always did. So kids had that extra ounce of respect because they knew, hey, I look like a real phys ed teacher. I look like an athlete. All right. Goes a long way. That's number 2. Step number 3 is once you're clear on what you want to look like, and you've got a purpose, you know exactly why you want to look like that, then it comes down to number 3. It's not tomorrow, it's today. Massive action towards that goal. So what does that mean? All right. Write down everything you need to do and then start checking off everything off the list. So I made a list of things. So number one is I would clean out all the shit in your kitchen that you shouldn't be eating. Number two, with the help of a coach, I'd make a food template of all the foods that you desire to eat that are healthy, that provide the nutrition that you need. And then I'd make a template that I'd put on the fridge, kind of like a weekly meal plan. From there, I'd snap a picture of it or take a hard copy, bring it to the grocery store, because right now your pantry is empty. And I'd buy every single thing I need before even starting. And I would do that the day of. If the store is open, go out and get the stuff. Okay, next step. Obviously, you got to figure out your calories, how many calories you need daily, how many calories you need weekly, and what your protein intake and how you're going to spread that out. Okay, this is part of the massive action plan. You get all of this done before you even start. All right, throw out your fat clothes, all the clothes that you're never going to go back to. All right, keep your wardrobe slim, knowing that unless you get into shape, I mean, you're out of clothes. You're going to be wearing the same thing day in, day out. All right, next thing. Put reminders on your phone. If you have a hard time drinking water throughout the day, put a reminder that you need to get your 8 to 10 to 12 glasses in. So a reminder every 3 hours that you need to take a drink. Okay, program that into your phone so you don't miss meals. You don't miss getting hydrated. All right. The other thing is figure out your workouts. Figure out when you're going to work out. Figure out where you're going to work out. Buy the necessary equipment so that if you can't get out of the house, for whatever reasons, there's a gym, there's a COVID lockdown, the gyms are closed, there's shitty inclement weather, you can still train at home. All right. You've got your set routine. And if you can't put that set routine in because you're time starved, what does the short abbreviated routine look like? Okay. Because there's never any excuses. You get yourself a coach and you make yourself accountable. So you're reporting to your coach 2, 3, 4 times a day, 5 times a day, whatever it takes. All right. You make an announcement to people on Facebook, social media, your friends in public and say, this is what I'm doing. All right. There's something that, that's a leverage when you announce what you're about to do. All right. Get the support from people around you, whether it's a spouse, your kids, your best friends who want to encourage you to go out and drink, your drinking buddy, say, listen, that's not going to happen for a bit. I need you on my side. All right. A lineup of positive material. All right. Stuff like YouTube videos, testimonials from people who've already achieved what you want to achieve. All right. You want to surround yourself with a positive mindset because I'll tell you right now, life will smack you in the face. It'll knock you down. You're going to get emotional and you're going to fuck up and say, fuck it. I'm going to just eat whatever I want. I'm not going to work out. Fuck this. I don't care about my goals. You can't get into that trap. Okay. So you got to be able to deal with your emotions. And that's part of having that support system around you and having the proper coach to guide you through some of those emotional hurdles. That's number 3. Okay. Massive action as quickly as possible. You want to immerse yourself in the process. All right. Number 4, identity. And I put down, who do you have to be to claim what's yours? Okay. Ultimately, if you see yourself as a loser, you're always going to act in a losing way. All right. You got to see yourself as a winner. A long time ago, I adopted 2 things. Number 1, I am a machine. And number 2, I am unbreakable. And I went with that mantra. That became part of my identity. Okay. Whether I feel like it or not, I will eat what I need to eat. On a Friday night, whether I feel like eating pizza or not, I'm not going to eat pizza because that's not part of my plan. Nothing breaks me. No temptations break me. None of that. Okay. I don't care what happens. I know when my father passed away, I still worked out that day. The day that he had his funeral, the wake and all that kind of stuff, I still worked out that day. It didn't stop me. Was I emotional? Was I feeling bad? Was I feeling sad? Of course. But like I said, I'm a machine. I'm unbreakable. Was it a super long workout? No, it was a short workout. I got out, did what I had to do, came back, chilled out, ate properly. Okay. You got to adopt an identity that best serves you to achieve the goals that you want because those goals are worthy. We already established that in part 2. All right. Number 5, you need accountability. All right. You need a mentor. You need full transparency and you need a team around you. All right. What I find is when you have a mentor who can steer you in the right direction, that's the tactical, that's the strategy. All right. The second thing too is that person's going to tell it like it is. Okay. Whether you're a strong-willed person, you need to listen to your coach. All right. And just do as he says. And listen, there's going to be times where you're going to be presenting the good. There's going to be times where you present the bad. or you don't present the bad, or you don't present the ugly, you kind of withhold that from your coach. You want to be completely transparency. It's so important. All right. Listen, I don't give a shit if you fuck up. It happens, but are you going to learn from it? And when you tell me you fucked up after the fact, I mean, I'm not looking for confessionals. I'd rather catch you beforehand when you're on the verge of a breakdown, because at least I can guide you through it. And if you say, fuck it, I told you, I'm still going to do it anyway, at least you're honest. And we can minimize those fuck ups over time. All right. So get a mentor, get a coach, be fully transparent. And the third thing is to have a running mate, a competitor to compete against, to compete with, to encourage. Okay, so important. That's step number 5. It's the accountability piece. And number 6, I think you got to take off the mask. All right, present the real you to move forward. Listen, I know this. People are weak. The best of us are weak at times. Okay, you take a look at a UFC fighter getting into peak shape for a fight. They look amazing the night of the fight. You see them 3 months later and you're like, who is that guy? That's a puffy, fatter version of that fighter. Everyone's got an off season. Everyone has meltdowns. Some of the top natural bodybuilders I've ever competed against who won many a contest would look so razor sharp, and you'd see them a month later and they're 10 pounds overweight. Okay, that happens. What happened to them? They let go of the reins a little bit. Everyone does. You're going to do it too, and that's okay. But the worst thing you can do is hide your flaws, put on the mask, and present this image that you don't need any help, that you're a lone ranger, that you can do it on your own. Or, you know what, I don't want to be a burden to you, Tom, in presenting stuff to you because I know you're busy. No, that's bullshit. I want to hear everything. I actually am in this business to make a difference in your life. Listen, I'm retired. I don't need you. All right. But it's my contribution to the world, and it's my contribution to you as a friend, as a mentor. I want to help you. Take off the mask, be the real you. It's okay to be weak at times. Because I'll tell you right now, when you do show those weaknesses, you become more relatable. All right. And it makes me want to help you more. And when you tell your story in a position of your true self, people are going to relate, and they're going to say, you know what, I can relate to that guy. Then you become an inspiration. It's harder for me because people think I'm excellent all the time. I wasn't always like this, but it's harder. Well, I can't relate to Tom, but they can relate to you, because you've got more challenges now than I do now. But believe me, back when I was in my 20s, I had my own fuck up situations where I got into shape, let go, got into better shape, let go again, until I learned my lesson over and over again. Okay, so that's step number 6. Okay, present the real you. You need to take off the mask that you're wearing. And you know what I'm talking about. Nail down these 6 steps, and I promise you, you will be so much closer to achieving your goals than you ever imagined. Now, like I said, leagueofelite.com, go to the website, write these down, start with number 1. What do you want to look like? Then what I want you to do is I want you to give me a call. Okay? Give me a call and let's outline exactly what you want to look like, and then we're going to have the discussion. Number 2, why? Why is this important? We're going to write it all down, and it's going to juice you up. You're going to have tons of leverage. So then we can start with a massive action, which is number 3, and say, this is everything we got to do over the course of the next couple of days to really hit the ground running and get our fucking goals. All right, there you have it. Please give me a call. Let's get started, and let's get you on to getting that kick-ass body, feeling amazing, and being the healthiest you can possibly be.